this one was played here. Do it again. Okay. Bro.
He's probably calling the cops.
It's a freaking parking lot. They can give you a ticket. Hey, man. What's up?
Hey everyone, this is Bill. We have made a muffler delete for the Toyota Camry XSE V6, i4, and also the SE 4-cylinder. It's a dual quad tip. All 4 tips work, not like your standard muffler system. So what we did on the delete is we used all 304 purged welded stainless steel. It's medical grade stainless steel. We added the Toyota Tacoma, 4 Toyota Tacoma 3-inch outlet pipes. Basically it's an axle back system, it's not a full system. We wanted to keep the resonator and the catalytic converter so that we would not get check engine lights, and this could be a true bolt up system for shade tree mechanics can install it, somebody with a 13mm wrench can install it. It's very, very simple. You don't even need jack stands if you could climb underneath your car. So basically you'll be getting a new flange. We'll go into your 304 setup here. We went from a 2-inch system, or 2-inch pipe, which is stock for Toyota, to 2.5-inch. Flared that up to meet the back of the 2.5-inch, or meet the back of the 3-inch tips. We utilize the XSE stock exhaust hangers, which on the SE you will have to add the driver's side or left side hanger for that. The sound on it is incredible. We came up with a couple of different things on this inside the tube to be able to quiet it down. You get almost zero drone in the car at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. When you want it to sound good and you hit the gas, it opens up. But when you're just cruising, it's as quiet as your stock Camry. All right, so for your XSE setup, whether it is a 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder, you're gonna get an axle back system. The Toyota, because it comes with 2 pipes, it has your standard Y pipe. So we already thought, why reinvent the wheel? Just use what we already had here. So basically, you will be getting from the Y pipe piece all the way back to the completed tips.
So it's gonna start. So basically,
yeah,
it's gonna consist of.
Yeah. So you'll start right here at the stock flange, and you'll be a bolt-up setup from right here all the way back to here. You'll reutilize both exhaust hangers that you already have on both the 4 and 6 cylinder. The SE model, which we're going to show you in a couple of minutes, you will actually get a custom built Y pipe because the whole setup underneath the car is completely different. So for the guys that wanted the true 4 quad tip that actually works, we had to go way further up in the system, all the way up to here, and use the stock Toyota flange here, which means you'll be getting from here a Y pipe and then out for the SE and LE model. I personally drive the SE, so I can't speak knowledgeably about the XSE right now. We will have valid feedback on this particular car. Probably tomorrow when the owner comes and picks it up. He'll be driving over 100 miles back to Wisconsin from the Chicagoland area. On my personal SE, I have noticed an MPG gain, and I've also noticed the car seems a lot torqueier, low-end power. We're kind of working on a tune with that to where, kind of similar to the pedal commander, to get the lazy shifts out of it, so it'll be a lot crisper shifting too. But I did notice it may have been it may have been just a feeling because it sounded better to me, but it did seem like the car was torqueier, especially the V6 low end. So this is your stock muffler setup that came off the XSE. Obviously 4 tips, only 2 of them work. This one is just welded on the side for aesthetics. These, I want to say, probably an estimation, I don't have a scale, maybe weigh 15 to 20 pounds a piece. We're at about 6 pounds a piece on this one, so it's a significant weight reduction in the rear of the car. The other thing that we're doing is, have you ever seen those exhaust tips and they're pointing every which angle you can possibly think of? So we've made it so you won't have that problem by putting 2 3/8-inch stainless steel pieces between the tips, so you won't have rattling tips either. That'll keep them in line all the time. So here's my personal car, Camry SE. I wanted to have 4 working tips, dual setup quad tips that actually work, not the fake one that Toyota puts on there. So this was a little bit more difficult than the XSE one because the XSE, like we were talking about, has the built-in Y pipe already for the dual mufflers. So we had to start way further up in the system on this one, all the way up here, right behind the OEM resonator. Again, we kept the OEM resonator and converters in place, so we didn't get any check engine lights and have to have anything reprogrammed on it. All the O2 sensors and everything are the same, so it's a direct plug-and-play system. It's super easy to bolt up. So in saying that, you'll notice that there's a crossover right here. We had to get the system to work, there's another crossover that's supposed to be right here. We ended up losing that crossover to make this work correctly. It's not a big deal. You know, it's there for if your muffler rusts apart and falls down. It's going to catch it right here anyway, so that's why we left it in place. And we're using 304 stainless steel, so we're not going to have that problem. Basically what you're going to have here is we're going to go stock Toyota flange to stock Toyota flange. You'll be able to reuse your old bolts in this one. Curves back up just like the OEM one does. Couple bends right here. Now this is where everything changes. From here, we had to go all the way straight back. We reutilized the stock OEM hanger back here with the insulator, so that's just a matter of sliding that back on once you get the new system. Now, obviously, to get the dual system on the SE, we had to make our own Y pipe where the SE comes with the cylinder. So we brought this Y pipe out. A lot of people like to angle them. I don't like to angle them because there's sound created right here, and we wanted the 4-cylinder. We wanted to have the meanest sounding 4-cylinder on the planet without a race engine in it. So we brought this straight back here, 2 4 tips. Now on the SE, as you know, you already have a passenger side muffler. So you have all the hanging stuff. This system will include all the XSE hanging stuff which needs to be purchased for this system. So when you buy this complete system, if you go to the Toyota dealer, it's about $90 for the insulator, the hanger, the bolts and everything. Everything will come with your system on this one. You won't have to go to the Toyota dealer and buy new pieces for it.
It will be a complete set.
It'll be a complete setup that you basically just bolt on. Different from the XSE where you just bolt the axle backs on. This one will require the use of probably some kind of a jack. You can jack on one side of the car, slide under there. You can still reach everything just with a jack on this car. So again, somebody with a 13, 14 millimeter wrench can put this on at home in their garage at night and be running. And it's probably 45 minutes to an hour install to take the old ones down and to put the new system up. This system also, because of its size and what we had to make, this is my personal car, so I built this system under the car to be able to fixture up to build it on a rack. We are going to be putting what's called V-bands in this setup, and we'll go over V-bands in just a second. There will be 3 V-bands in this system. They will most likely be right here, and then another one right here. They don't create a muffler leak. They seal up tight. The reason we're using them is only for shipping purposes, because we feel that it would be too expensive to ship this as one whole unit, as it's very large when it's all put together.
So the whole kit is gonna consist of how many pieces?
It'll be 4 pieces total. 4 pieces total for the exhaust system, and then also the hangers for the XSE setup. So this right here is the V-flange we were talking about, how the SE will be installed. Basically what it is you have 2 exhaust tubes that come through that. It has a male and a female piece on there, so you get a really tight fit, no exhaust leaks on it. It comes, this is one that I tacked up together. So it'll come like that in pieces. You put it together. Put the band over the top of it, and then it bolts together. And you will not get any exhaust leaks out of this, and like I said, the only reason that we're really using this is for shipping purposes. So this is an example piece that I made that sits in our office of the difference between what we do and what your standard exhaust shop will do. So what really matters on this is the inside. So we back purge everything that we do. This one right here has not been back purged. This is what you'll get from your typical muffler shop. That weld will eventually fail on there. We call that sugaring, where it just balls up and looks like charcoal. This is what we do when we say back purging. So basically it's been welded on the outside of the tube, but the inside of the tube with the gas makes it look like it's been welded on both sides. So this system is a little bit dirty as I've been driving it around for a couple of weeks, just to get everything tested, make sure we got no check engine lights. With our system, you are getting a Ferrari, Lamborghini quality exhaust system for your Toyota.